Okay, today's video is I'm starting to record inside because my walk this morning, it's too windy. It's not going to be a good sound quality. So today I wanted to speak about the concept of ownership. I feel that this is the game changer, this concept of ownership. So consciousness, pure consciousness, without identification with the body, without identification with the form, is pure bliss. The first filter of consciousness is bliss. And when we start to be conditioned to feel separate, we adopt the identity that this is me, that this body is myself, this is me, this is my body, I have a name, I have a gender, I have a culture. There's nothing wrong with that, but when we learn that this is me, this is our identity, we take ownership of this body. But if you look closely, it may seem that the body is moving because of you, but you, mind, is not what is making the body move. And you can check this out for yourself. If you had to think about breathing, to breathe, you couldn't do it. You would have to think about breathing all the time. You would have to think to not forget to breathe. So in that, you can already realize that the body is being breathed, that you're not the one person that is breathing, that is making the body breathe. The body is breathing on its own. And when you stop identifying with the body being me, the body is still moving. The body is still, autonomous and moving around and getting out of bed. And it's an illusion that we are thinking about it before, that we're thinking, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to get out of bed, I'm going to go make the breakfast. It's an additional layer that seems to precede the movement. But if you don't identify with thought and body, the body is still moving. So it's quite amazing to realize it always has been moved on its own. It's always been moving on its own. And when you don't take ownership of the body is me, myself, you have nothing to defend and nothing to protect. And all of the other body, they're not less important than this body here. They're all equal. They're all equally important and cherished. So it's not, if you look from the perspective of this is me, this body is me, then all of the other bodies seem to be separate from you, and everything and everything seems to be separate because your focal lens is of the identification with this body. So you feel, I have an edge, I have this physical edge, and I'm inside the body. And so consciousness is identified with owning this identity. Me, mine, is always coming from the lens of the mental lens. And that's what happened when you unglue or unbind from thinking. You realize, oh, thoughts are here, and I'm not the person in the middle of the thought. There's no me in between two thoughts. Me is a thought as well. And emotions are coming and going, and I am always present. So it's quite obvious that what I am is not moving, and emotions are moving in awareness. So when you start to de-identify or unglue from this personal identity, you start to stay present, stay as awareness, while thoughts are coming and going. And you start to be more aware of thoughts because you're not engaged in them, you're not asleep in the thought, you are awake outside of thoughts. To your nature, you are awake to your nature, and then you can watch thoughts and you can feel the difference if you take ownership of a thought or if you don't take ownership of a thought. Isn't it fantastic that we can consciously know this? Consciousness can consciously know that. So you step out of unconsciousness, you are conscious, and then you can see what happens if I contract, my energy contracts or engage in a thought, and I shrink, my vista shrink. I'm now this small, I have this impression of being this small me. I have something, suddenly I have something to defend, and I have a lot of turbulence, and emotion are turbulent, because the emotional body will reflect how if I identify and adopt, if I adopt the thought. So you can become aware of that, and then you can start to say, oh, okay, I can disengage from that thought. I can drop the thought, or I don't have to adopt this thought. So let's see what happens if I stay open, neutral, and open. And then you see the movie is changing, because everything outside is a reflection of your belief and your identification. And so if you are constantly defending yourself, then you have a lot of conflict, and people around you are challenging you because you are in that energy of defending. If you stop identifying with this me that has to defend something, you stay open and neutral, so you are closer to your nature. You can disengage from the thought, and then you see your life is changing on its own without effort. So you don't have to effort. If you try to effort to change your life, it's an illusion, because it's as if you're trying to change an image in a mirror. So you can look at an image in a mirror and try to change it. It's never going to change by you forcing this image to change. If you change inside with the reflection that you have, or from where you're looking from, you open the lens, the outside will change on its own without effort. It's the most incredible discovery, the most best ever gift you can find in your life, to come across this knowledge. This is the gift. This is the diamond that is already inside you. It's only there. It's waiting to be revealed. So you have to be open. So it's the mind, in fact, that we're opening to this idea that it doesn't have to control. You don't have to adopt the identity of someone that needs to control something. It's like there is only one reality, and it's undefined. It's infinite potentiality. It's always infinite potentiality. That never changes. And it's as if there are 8 billion of interpretation of reality. So each body mind has an interpretation of reality. Looking through the filter of mind is giving us an interpretation. So there is, each interpretation are different, but there is only one reality. It's undefined, infinite potentiality. The less you have your hands on the wheel trying to control it, the more open it is, and the more everything you're looking for is allowed to come in your life. Because you're not closing down. You're not closing the life force. You're not closing down on limitation of the mind, on adopting limitation of the mind. So you open the lens. And that one reality is not fixed. It's not solid. It's an energy field. So it's going to, what is coming into your reality will be a reflection of the opening that you have. If you are closing, it's closed and nothing can move. Everything is sticky and everything stick. So one other way I want you to practice is, if you are interested, if you're looking at this video, you are interested in allowing abundance and joy and love and bliss in your life, I assume. So one other thing you can do is you don't have to own an emotional state. Because if you look at it closely, what is an emotion? Is it an object? Can we grab hold of it? Can we take it in our hand? Can we And even object, you don't have to own them. But if we speak of emotion as vibration, if you contract around this identity, I am sad, I am a sad person, you carry this in your baggage. So that becomes part of you, seemingly. It's not part of you, but it's seemingly part of you. Maybe this identity is even I'm starting to be awake, I'm trying to be awake, or I am awake is a contraction. So you let go even of that. You let go of I'm not awake, you let go of I am awake. And this identity of someone that has been on the spiritual path, that has practiced, that has done a lot of stuff, healing, all of that at some point can be let go. Because that's also identification. So this whole baggage that you're carrying, you can let go. Maybe you can't let it go at once, so you can let go slowly, slowly. Okay, this is not me. This is just, these are thoughts that I contract around to create an identity. If you love this identity, you can, you can keep it. But if you want more freedom, more love, more joy, you want to be intimate with life, all of that has to go. There's only this moment. It's always infinite potentiality wherever you go. If you stay open, more potentiality arise in your life. If you close, less potentiality arise. Same thing with money. If you close around, oh, I can't, I shouldn't charge, maybe it's wrong, this energy of money will not be able to flow in your life. You have to let it come in and come out. If it's coming in and you keep it, and I shouldn't buy this because it's too expensive, or I can't buy this tool to support me in my work because I don't have enough, and you try to keep it, then it's going to stay stuck. If you allow it to move as energy, everything is energy. Emotion are energy, money is energy, things, people, event, everything is moving constantly. And the less you contract, the more things are allowed to be, and the more blissful your life feels. So if we stick with the emotion, an emotion is a vibration appearing in the physical body. Sadness may feel it's contraction in the throat, or fear may feel like a knot in your belly. And if you start to stay open, spacious awareness, be curious to feel the emotion as a sensation in the body without adopting it as if it is your own. You don't have to own the emotion. It's coming and going in what you are. Pure, open, spacious awareness, consciousness, pure consciousness, purity itself. As you stay open, these emotions, they don't have any other, they don't have any place to stick, because there is no grasping and grabbing at them. There is no story around them. So you let them be. And at first, it may feel uncomfortable. But I encourage you to do this, because you have to awake your emotional intelligence to stay awake in your life. And how it feels when I say stay awake, here it feels as if I'm always looking from behind thoughts. Thoughts are the filter, but there is a space in between thoughts and where I'm looking from. So it really feels like it's a movie, but it's transparent. I don't have to adopt it. Even if I'm with someone, thoughts are coming and going, but I don't allow them to cloud my clear being. They're just passing. And sometimes I can even feel like I'm pushing the curtain on the side. Okay, all of that can go, and I can be present here without identification, without anything to achieve, nothing to gain. It's perfection itself. It's your gift. It's your birthright. It's purity of just, it's like love is flowing from you all the time. Because when we adopt the identity of me, we have to find, we feel that there is something to find, that there is something is missing. And we're walking around in life and we want to take, give me. I need more. When you let go of that identity, you feel like you receive everything. Everything is received. And then there's an offering that comes through you. It's an energy that is offering. You have something to offer to the world instead of something to take. And that feels, my friend, that feels quite good. And it's not personal. It's your own talent, your personality as talent. You have an avatar, and this avatar is unique. It has unique talent. It has unique potentiality. And as you lose the identification with me and you start to be open, your talent are put to use through intuition. And intuition is infinite intelligence. So you can't own the result. When you are in that space, you can't contract around this identification of I'm doing this. I'm really a good person. Now I'm doing this. Because you can't own it, it feels like a flow. It's an uninterrupted flow. And that's where also I'm speaking about allowing emotion to flow and energy to flow. Because if you contract, you block and you close the infinite potentiality. So if you allow energy to flow, emotion to flow, you're going to feel more and more open and more spacious. But you've got to start somewhere, because you can listen to this with the mind and you can, oh yes, I know, I heard, I know this, I heard that, I know that. I don't want you to know that. I want you to lose the identification with I know. Because mind will say, I know, and then it contracts. I want you to rest in knowing where nothing is known, knowing, being, and experientially know this without the conceptualization of it. It's experientially. So you've got to start to try, you've got to try it to know for yourself. To make this true, you can't just listen to non-duality video. It's not going to work. You have, at some point, that has to be let go. That's just a stepping stone. That's just like that's a signpost. It's a signpost. At some point, you let go of the signpost. You be your own sovereign self, and you be open. Okay, let me just experience and experientially know this. And if there is willingness, really, it's going to be proven in your experience that this is truth. It's going to be proven by allowing it, not by thinking about it, not by hoping for it. It's going to be done through you. So in fact, when I speak here, I don't speak from the personal perspective. I speak in the field. I don't speak to you personally. I speak through the field. I speak from the field in the field, because it's the field that is opening, that is expanding. It's not the person. It's expanding through each person, through each body mind, by recognizing its nature and its true identity of infinite potentiality. Reality is always infinite potentiality. And when you start to embody this, it feels like it's always just this moment. And this moment is always only infinite potentiality. Nothing is made solid anymore. There is no, oh, I've achieved that, and then I am here, and then I am there, and then I have achieved that. There's no achievement. There is no, it's always empty, blank, always fresh, always fresh. So that's why I say it never started. The movie never started. The movie never starts. It's always only just this infinite potentiality. And it feels delightful. It feels, you look at a tree and it feels like You're eating that tree, you're tasting that tree, you're smelling, you're seeing. It's everything is intimate. Everything is relaxed. Beauty everywhere, in everyone and in everything. But it takes some time, even if I say there's only this moment, because the body, expansion of the body, expansion of relaxation of the mind, or the habitual engagement in the mind, you might have to, because we are bombarded with the belief in separation. You will have to practice to return to an effortlessness of being, to trust infinite intelligence is in charge, to trust, fully trust that this is truth, that you are here to enjoy everything, to enjoy learning, to enjoy becoming, to enjoy having relationship. Non-duality is very dry when it brings you in outside of life. You have to bring it back here. This is the gift. This is the gift that once you step, zoom out of identification, you embrace identification with, it's a non-identification, but you embrace being alive, feeling this aliveness and this love and joy. That's where it goes, in fact, in my experience. Because you lose a fixed frame of doing things. I have to do this way. I have to do, it's always been that way. All that track, that one-minded track is open. So you can explore learning, explore doing, explore participating. From that openness, from that, you become like it's just a listening. What is left is listening. Listening to not anything in particular, listening, just, it's a vibration quality. So start to bring into awareness, what if I don't own action, thoughts, result, emotion, things? Can I live from that place? Because even things, one day the body is going to be expire, and you're not going to bring your body anywhere, and you're not going to bring anything that you own anywhere. Anything that you have in the physical reality, you will let go. So why not let go the idea of ownership? It doesn't mean that you're going to start to give everything to everyone, and it's just that it's allowed to move more fluently in your life. And you can start to have appreciation for what is around you. If you have a safe space to stay, you have safety, you are physically safe, you have a safe place to stay, and you have enough food, there is enough for you to appreciate what is available. The body is available. You can start to appreciate the body for this magical vehicle that enables you to walk into existence. Start to appreciate the body is your most precious thing that you have access to. You don't have to own it. You can appreciate it for the beautiful, magical miracle that it is. And everything around you is available, it's humbly waiting for you to use. Computer, microphone, phone, everything is a gift of God. If you are not safe, if you are in a physical environment that is not safe, move, change, go and find you a place that is safe. Through support, social support, or family or friend, find yourself a safe place, because this is your birthright as well, to be safe. And if you are in a safe place, a safe physical environment, then open to this possibility that when you own your thought, when you own thought and emotion, you are simply closing down. You are closing the infinite potentiality that is your birthright. You don't have to do this. You don't have to close down. You don't have to own anything. And the less I own, the more I have. Funny enough, the more I have, the less I own, the more there is an abundance in my life, abundance of relationship, abundance of imagination, abundance of creativity, abundance of money, abundance of inspiration, abundance of love, abundance of intimacy, abundance of appreciation and gratefulness. It's growing. It's allowed to grow. So if you can allow life to be limitless, then it's going to reveal. It's like you can allow this to be the Garden of Eden. It is already that. But when we close down around identity, then it feels like hell. Through every single point of view is an interpretation of a reality that is undescribable. And all of these point of view, then they form a collective point of view. And then there's a belief that this collective point of view is reality. It is and it isn't. It is sadly the reality that we're living in now, which is a reflection of our identification, our false identification with the limited, separate me, which is mind. And when we reclaim our true identity of pure consciousness, purity itself, then our life, our individual environment reflects that. And the more people, the more body mind realize this, the more our collective reality will reflect that. Right now, our collective reality reflects the belief in separation, in separateness, in having to defend oneself, in fear, fear of death, fear of illness, fear of not having enough, scarcity. If you change from inside here, it's the most powerful thing you can do for the world, because the world will reflect that. And that is New Earth. That is what we're hearing when we're speaking about New Earth. Life force is pure creation, pure creativity. And each of us is an expression of that. There is no hierarchy. There is no one that is deserving and no one that is not deserving. It's only based on identification. Yes, creativity cannot be owned either. It's downloaded. Infinite intelligence being expressed in the manifest from the unmanifest. The idea that we're making decision, also we can question that. If you look at it from the point of view of when I believe that I have something to defend and achieve, I have an experience of free will, but I don't really have free will because I'm stuck into the program. I am in the program believing that I have free will, but that can be questioned as well. And even when we start to make decisions from intuition, there's only signposts and guidance. Oh, I'll go there. And then circumstances are changing, and then, oh, I'll go there. Circumstances are changing, and I'll go there. It's like it's fluid. You don't have to stick unto I said I would do this, and I'm going to do it no matter how long it takes. You don't have to close around that either. You can, oh, I'll experience this and we'll see. Oh, it's not as fun as I thought. So I'll not do this anymore. I'll do more of that. Oh, that's really fun. So I'll do more of that. You can align yourself with infinite intelligence, fluidly moving or allowing things to move in your life, allowing the body to move towards this and that. It's less close, it's less structure. You lose the edge. You lose the edge. And when you lose the edge, you also lose self-judgment. Self-judgment is edgy, should be, must, have to. And self-love is, ah, content. All right. So I hope this helped you. There is enough there for you to do this for yourself, by yourself, because you are waking up. There's two sides that I see about waking up. You're waking up alone. No one can deliver it to you. You have got to be the sovereign being, the guardian of your energy field. And your energy field doesn't need to be protected against anything outside of you because there is nothing outside of you. It's only thoughts. You protect your energy field by not contracting around thoughts and seeing our life unfold magically, that the mind is not responsible, that life is unfolding on its own. And then there's also this aspect of we're taking each other by the end to go back home together. So that's what we're doing here, is I deliver this message so that you can open this up in your life and be the beacon of truth for others to come home. Come home, be content, relax, relieved of the burden of the baggage and identification. And be patient. Integration is ongoing. Refinement is ongoing. It's not done. It's never done. We've never arrived anywhere. And we've never departed, really. We have the impression that we did. Okay. Bye-bye. Good luck.